Who was your first liar and drug supplier? Was it your mother? Was it your father? Was it your grandmother? Grandfather? Auntie, uncle, sister, or brother? Who was it? Who was the first person to give you sugar? Who was the first person to give you soda? Who was the first person to give you Kool-Aid, a sucker, candy bar? Who was the first person that told you about the tooth fairy? That told you that if you put your tooth under the pillow, the tooth fairy was going to come and give you $1, $5, 50 cents, or whatever. Who was the first person that told you about Santa Claus? Who was the first person that told you about the Easter Bunny? And if you're an adult right now, if you're a parent right now, you know that you are these things. Now you are these things that you're telling your children to believe in. You teach your children to believe in everything but themselves. You know that, right? You know that, right? You are teaching your children to believe in everything but themselves when you do that. Maybe you don't know that. Maybe you think it's just some type of game that you playing. Maybe you do, because I know a lot of people that say, well, I agree with you, or this or that. But I'm just doing it for them. I'm doing it for my children. I'm doing it to make my children happy. So you telling me that you need to lie to your children to make them happy. You need to poison the minds of your children. Confuse your children to make them happy. You have to lie to them to make them happy. I'm going to repeat myself. You really believe that, in your mind, you really believe that you have to lie to your children to make them happy. I'm not judging nobody or nothing. I'm just provoking thought here. That's it. Who's your first liar and drug supplier? Are you your children's first liar and drug supplier? Was your mom, was your dad the first liar drug supplier? Who was it? Your grandma? Your granddad? Who? Who was your first liar and who was your first drug supplier? I feel like this is a legit question. I do. I feel like this is a legit question. Well, I had to. And then you don't have to do none of this stuff, but the thing is though, like, that is horrible creativity. Pitiful creativity for somebody to really think and really believe in their mind that they have to lie to their children to put a smile on their face. You really believe you have to lie to your children, poison your children to put a smile on their face, to make them happy. Do you really believe that? You mean to tell me that you can't create your own tradition, your own system? You can't be more creative. You can't do that. You can't be creative to put a smile on your children's face. You really need to lie to them, mislead them, misguide them, miseducate them. And at this point, know that you're doing that to put a smile on your children's face. When you know something is wrong, it's wrong. You would not give your children beer, alcohol, crack cocaine. You wouldn't hand that to your children. You wouldn't. You wouldn't just give it to them because you know it's poison. You wouldn't tell your child to smoke a cigarette with them because you know it's not good for them. A lot of people know that sugar's not good, and they still give them sugar. A lot of people know that soda's not good, but they still give them soda. It's the same thing if you ask me. I mean, that's just how I feel. It's the same thing if you ask me. So, again, who is your first liar and drug supplier? Again, I'm not judging nobody or nothing like that. I'm just here to provoke thought, to help people think, to spark some neurons or something. Like, just spark something. Like, you know, hope everybody have an amazing, beautiful, perfect day. I love y'all. Peace.